So this is a car general tier list. Um, we're gonna start off with the obvious here. This shit is trash. It's terrible. I don't know why anyone would drive one of these. They're terrible. Just like most electric cars. And let's go to Audi. Audis. I'm gonna put Audis. I'm gonna put Audis in the good tier because there's some Audis that got power like RS7s, RS6s, S5s, S4s, but they're not Audis aren't really special. They're good, they're above average, but they're not special. Now Kia is also trash. If you drive a Kia, yeah, I have to say, you drive a Kia, you just like same with Honda. That's so lame. You're, you're now Bugatti. We got the Bugatti. Obviously, I'm gonna have to give Bugatti the go. Bugatti's the best hypercar, 1600, 1800 horsepower in the new hybrid Bugatti with the W16, that John Hard. Bugatti has to go in the GOAT. Bugatti's the GOAT of hypercars. Now, Pagani's also gonna go in the GOAT. I'm gonna put Pagani under Bugatti because they're just, I don't know. I love them too. There's just something about them. I don't know what it is. Just kind of throws me off sometimes. Obviously, they're tier. Pagani's are super fast, super cool, crazy, crazy cars. Now, Lambos, I'm just saying, they're not. Lambos just aren't the goats. They're just not. The SVJ and the new hybrid one. The new hybrid one's pretty cool, but it's kind of ugly. SVJs were kind of the best thing Lambo put out, but yeah, I just can't see myself putting Lambo in goat tier when there's just other car brands and supercars that do this better. The Aventadors look good, but the Aventador silhouette carried Lamborghini. It does. That's all they got. The Urus, it just looks ugly. The Urus ain't it. It's not even fast, really. Now, what we're moving on to right here, McLaren. McLaren obviously has to go in the GOAT tier. 765 LT, McLaren Daddy. McLaren 720. I don't know. It's everything about McLaren. They're just amazing. McLarens are the best category. Like they're the best in this category. The best supercars. McLaren is stomping Lamborghini in every way. Just looks, except for sound. That's really just the Aventador silhouette model. And the sound is what carries Lamb. But McLaren just speed, looks. It's just on a whole nother level. Now Ford. It's a different little category we got here. I'm gonna put Ford in the mid tier, respectfully, because all Ford really has are like GT500s, and GT500s are just Hellcat little bros. No one, you can't look at me in the eyes and say you're gonna take a GT500 over a Hellcat. Other than that, they're just Fords. It's just a Ford, you know? I shouldn't even have to explain myself. Oh, we'll put it in mid tier because the only thing that carries the Nissan brand is a GTR. If Nissan didn't make GTRs, then they'd be bankrupt. 350Zs, 370Zs, they're all terrible. trash. There hasn't been a good Z in 20 years. All the Z models are trash. Everything else Nissan makes is just it's just trash. It's just ugly. Except for GTRs. GTRs are the sole reason Nissan is still relevant. Everybody knows that. That's just common knowledge. Subaru, Subarus are lucky. They get mid tier because my girlfriend wants a Subaru. They're good lady cars, but I tell you what, the Subaru easily could have gone in the trash if we were talking about just sports cars from these brands because who is buying a Subaru BRZ? What type of man wakes up and says, I want a Subaru BRZ or the WRX? The WRX and the BRZ haven't been changed in 10 years. They're slow. They're just, and they're ugly. Excuse me. There's just Subaru's just mid, just with the sports cars and all that. Other than that, they're good or whatever. Benz, Benz is gonna have to go after Audi because I like Benz. I like C63s. Black Series are pretty cool. It's kind of all I have to say. Brabus is a different story, but some of them have some good power. C63Ss have good power. Black Series, obviously, they're fast. Um, but you'll see in a second why I'm gonna put Benz here. I just like Audis more. They're okay. They're good. They're good cars. They're nice. They're not my favorite. They don't take the cake for me. They don't have, and the interiors. People just overhype their interiors. People think their interiors are sent from like God or something, but they're just not. It's trashy, to be honest. Seen screens peeling, all that stuff. It's not good. People overhype these interiors so much, and I don't understand it. So we'll give them good tier for now. Ferraris, see, I want to put them in the good tier, but I know that they don't deserve that. They deserve the amazing. Ferraris, in my opinion, sound better than Lamborghinis, but I just I would personally never get a Ferrari. They're not visually appealing to me. I think they sound good, but the power really isn't. I mean, it's okay. Obviously, it's a Ferrari, but it's not. It could be better and not my favorite. So I'm gonna put them behind them. But they're still an amazing car. Now, I shouldn't even have to say anything. Guess I'll explain myself. Yes, BMW over Bugatti. Over Pagani, I'm sorry, over McLaren. BMW over anything. BMW, work of art on every level. Interiors, speed, performance, sound, except for B58s. B58s kind of sound like someone's farting. I don't know. B58s aside, amazing sound, amazing power, beautiful cars. I'm gonna get a BMW. So yeah, I shouldn't. You should know why they're here. And now you see why the Benz are lower. Okay. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Cadillac. We're gonna put Cadillac in the good tier because Cadillac, the Escalade V, it's pretty cool. It's still huge. It's massive. They're big. Cadillacs are nice though. They're very nice. You know that. Now, CT5 Blackwings. Those are everyone likes a Black Wings. Tough. That it's kind of undeniable tough. That's kind of really all I have to say about Cadillac. It's luxury. It's good. Black Wings are amazing. Yeah. Volkswagen, hmm, we'll put it in mid. It's a civilian car, just like some of these other cars on here. They're all civilian cars. Nobody wants a Volkswagen Sport anything. They're just, it's just mid. They're mid. That's why they're in the mid category. Um, Beetles are cool for they're nice women cars. Jettas are kind of ugly. I don't know. They're just mid. It's kind of all I have to say about Volkswagen. They're just mid. It doesn't mean bad. We're gonna put Volkswagen at the top of mid because they're just civilian cars. Now Chevy, I don't know why Chevy's in mid because I have a Chevy and it breaks down all the time. I have a Silverado 1500 and it just breaks down every week. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to put them in the mid, and they don't have anything special. Now, Chevy doesn't mean Corvette. There's a difference. So this is not including Corvettes. This is Chevys. But this does include Camaros. I think the ZL1 is underwhelming. I think it looks okay. I think for having a 6.2 supercharged V8, it could have more power. The numbers are amazing. They look decent. It's just everything else besides Camaros, I feel like is underwhelming, if that makes sense. GMC, I'm gonna put GMC in good tier for one reason. GMC doesn't have any sports car for me to be comparing to these other brands. GMC is like Subaru and Volkswagen in a different style, but it's a civilian car. It's your everyday dad that drives these. They're good. It's like the better version of Chevy. They look good. They're just not sporty. So it's kind of all I have to say about GMC too. GMC is going in the good tier because they're good cars. Simple. Mazda, trash. Now I have one reason for calling this the trash. I hate Miatas. I hate JDM cars. And every time I see this logo, I just get reminded of my hate of Miatas. I can't get over it. Miatas are so ugly. Those pop-up headlights are disgusting. Yeah. Honestly, they're just not good cars. So Miata's going in the trash. Just is. Right. Now this right here might make some of you mad. I'm just going in the amazing tier. Hear me out. Cummins and the turbo diesels nowadays, now that the Cummins isn't made anymore, good trucks. Um, so I would say out of GMC, Chevy, Ford, Dodge has the best trucks, and but you know why I really put it in the amazing too. Hellcats carry Dodge. They're gone now, but 6.2 supercharged ever. They're cool. They sound good. They have the power. The only thing wrong with Hellcats is that they just don't put the power down. They just spin and spin and spin. And I'm not really knocking Dodge for that. They're just boats. I was gonna get one of these, one of the Hellcats. They just spin, they're rear wheel boats. They're so heavy. But they're still amazing cars. It's the best 6.2 supercharged V8 ever. It's kind of undeniable. So again, just for the Cummins turbo diesel and Hellcats reason and SRT10. SRT10s and the Vipers. I forgot about the Vipers. Yeah. Yeah, they sure get this because of the Vipers. The Vipers are fast. Vipers are super cool. So, which is the best American brand, just the way it is. Now we're going to Mini. Every time I see a Mini, this is why they're going in trash. Every time I see a Mini, I think of back to when I was a little kid and I saw Jake Paul get out of his car and ask this guy in a Mini Cooper if he takes Mini Poopers. So can't really get that unstuck from my mind. So for that reason, and they're just ugly. They're terribly ugly. They're going in trash. They're just so ugly. I don't know what type of man buys one of these. I seriously don't know what man wakes up and is like, I want to buy a Mini Cooper. It's kind of, yeah, enough said. Honda. Honda's going in mid because Honda makes good engines. Reliable. You can mod the shit out of them. They're good engines. Honda makes good engines, but there's too many TikTok kids and just kids in general that have these dumb Hondas that are just shit boxes and they just mod them out and they put them on bags and they do underglow and just makes me mad. So yeah, we're just talking about engines. Honda's probably going into good, but just the culture around Honda is kind of, you can't say the word on here, but if you get my drift, I don't appreciate the culture surrounding Honda. So that's it for part one of the tier list. If you don't agree with me, then that sucks. But that's my 2 cents on these cars. So thank you.